wheel. Now, today we are going to look at how you can recover your lost Windows password. I know that you have heard either from me or any other person that one of the greatest ways for you to enable security for your laptop or for your desktop is for you to include a password. It is true. But what if you forget the password? Before now, when people forget the passwords for their computers, they have to reinstall it. You can't do anything about it. There's no way you can get access to that computer without a password. There's no way you can recover it. There's no way you can. There's no way. It's not like Facebook that you can be able to, some recovery settings can be sent to you on phone or on email. It's not like that on Windows. If you forget your username and password, you reinstall your operating system. But I'm going to take you through what you can do, and you can be able to reset your user account. You can be able to reset a user account, remove the password, and be able to log in, where you can be able to either create a new one, or you can be able to gain access to your computer again. It's something that everybody must know. I will take you through the tool that you need to be able to do this. We are going to have to restart the computer. It's something that it's easy to do, but you must follow me very, very carefully. The tool is called Offline Anti-Password and Registry Editor. That's what the tool is called. Now, you can access that tool on the internet by going to the website that you see on the screen right now. Now, this is how the website looks like. This is how the website looks like. Can you see? It says Offline Anti-Password and Registry Editor. You click on where you have boot disk. It says forgot Windows admin password, restore. Oh no, but not anymore. So you click on boot disk. Now you scroll to the bottom. You can go through this at your spare time. You can read the documentation, everything about the tool at your spare time. But for now, let's just go through and know what it's all about, how to download it. Now it comes in two formats. You can download the one for CD, or you can download the one you're going to deploy on a USB, maybe a flash drive. We're not going to take you through how you can deploy it on USB for now, because we won't have the time to go through all that. We are going to take you through how you can deploy it on a CD and use that CD to boot into your computer. So you just download the file. Click on this. The file you're downloading is going to come in an ISO format. You just download the ISO format and burn it to a CD. I'm going to show you how you can burn it to a CD. The tool you need. Not all burning softwares can burn an ISO format and make it bootable. So you download a tool called Magic ISO. Magic ISO is there on the internet. Just Google it and download it. Now I have it on my computer already, so I'll just show you how it works. I go to all programs. I click on Magic ISO. Have you seen Magic ISO? It's there. So you now click on Magic CD and DVD burner. So click on that. Okay, so can you see how it looks? Now this is where your drive is specified. You can see two drives here. I have an external CD-ROM and I have an internal CD-ROM. So I now choose the image file. This is where you now choose the file you downloaded, the CD image file you downloaded from the Anti-Password and Registry Editor. So you click on it, and this is my own. This is the one I had downloaded for myself. It comes first in a zip format. You unzip the file, you open it and load it onto the software. Then when you do that, you select the speed and run it. So I'm not gonna burn this again because I've already written it on my CD-ROM. So once you're done, you click on burn it. You click on burn it. You can see that it is grayed out. That means that there is no CD-ROM in my drive. That is why it is giving me that message, no CD disk in. So you just get a CD or a DVD, whichever one will still burn, insert it into your drive and click on burn it. So once you do that and it finishes burning, you have your tool in your hand. Now, this is my own that I had burnt on my CD drive. This is my own. Now, after I have written this to a CD and you have your copy on your drive, you're now going to restart the computer. So I will restart this computer now, and I will take you through the process of resetting your Windows password. So we'll go for a break. By the time you're back, my computer would have finished booting, and we'll be able to go in and see how it's going to work out. So don't go anywhere.
The microphone papa, not only me when they make the flow proper. Hey, oh that, just so you know that. I'm in good. Then go, I'm in good. Then go, I'm in good. Truth to body powder. I'm in good. Now the trouble to me no give a fuck. I'm in good. If you go boy you go study him for. I'm in good. Go you need for work, pretty the way. I'm in good. If you make it, we can cook it up. Mama like no, just bring it up. I'm in good. Mbang one go it, I ain't going now. You wanna take it wait, but it's okay. I'm in good. Now the trouble to me no give a fuck. I'm in good. If you go boy you go study him for. I'm in good. Go you need for work, pretty the way. I'm in good. If you make it,
Welcome back. We have been on Every Day with the Computer, and we've been looking at how you can recover your Windows password in a situation where you forgot it or where you misplaced it, you could not remember again, you couldn't remember it again, and you couldn't gain access into your Windows operating system. So we've been looking at how you can recover it and without having to reformat your computer. If you forget your password, there's nothing you can do about it. It's for you to reformat your computer. But this process I'm taking you through will show you how you can recover that password and be able to get access to your computer again. We have created a recovery CD. I'm assuming you have done that too. I have my own with me here. So we have rebooted the computer. It's now for us to take you through the boot up process. Now the first thing that you need to do after you must have rebooted the computer is for you to make sure that your CD drive is your first boot device. Make sure your CD drive is your first boot device. And how do you do that? You have to enter your BIOS. When you enter your BIOS, you have to now set it up to be your first boot device. Every single computer has a BIOS. That's the basic input-output system, where you can now configure your device and give your computer some advanced configuration. So I will take you through my BIOS and I will show it to you. But my BIOS is not your BIOS. The manufacturer of my BIOS is different from yours. So the way mine displays is not the same way yours will display. But most of the things you see in my own will be in your own, especially setting up your boot device and setting up your boot option. It will definitely be in your own, because every computer must boot. Every computer must boot. So you have to now tell the computer how you want it to boot. So let's look at how you will be able to set up your boot device to your CD-ROM so that you can be able to run this process and reset your computer's password. So my computer is off. I now boot it again. So in my own system, I press escape key. In your own, maybe for you to press F11 or something. So whatever it is, you just have to do that so that you can be able to. My own is I have to press F10. So I press F10 on my keyboard. So this is how my own BIOS looks like. Your own will not be like this. If you're not using the same kind of laptop, your own will not be like this. But of course, you will definitely see where you are going to set up your boot options. So I click on my arrow keys and move to system configuration. Now you can see my laptop supports using my mouse in the boot process. Not all laptops or desktop you can use a mouse. No. Majority of systems you will see will not enable you to use a mouse in your boot process, in your BIOS. So you have to use your arrow keys to navigate to different sections. So my interest right now is at the boot options. Is it boot options? Now you can see the different ways that my computer can boot. Make sure that USB device boot is checked, is enabled in your own. I don't know how it's going to be displayed, but just check it out. Make sure that USB device boot is enabled. I don't have floppy. I don't need to boot from my memory card. I don't need to boot from network. So the only one I'm enabling is USB device boot. Then I scroll down. Now can you see this is my boot order? I have already set up my CD-ROM to boot as the first boot device, as we are seeing it on top. But if you look at it, you can see you can also boot from notebook hard drive, floppy, USB hard drive from the network. Once the computer boots, it will first of all, at this order, once the computer boots, it will first of all check for a bootable device in my CD-ROM. Then if it is there, it will start booting from there. So, but if it doesn't see, it will now proceed to boot from my hard drive and load my operating system. My interest right now is to boot from my CD-ROM. So I'm going to take this now and I'll insert it. So first of all, I have to make this to be my first boot device. So you can see how my own is. I have to just use the arrow and push it up and make it the first boot device. In your own, especially if you're using a desktop, if you press A5 and press 6, you'll be able to move it up, move it down, however it is. Just look at it, and if you need help, you let me know. I will see how I can assist you with that. I click OK. Now I am good to go. I save it. I click yes. That means I'm okay with the changes I have made. So I want to exit and restart my computer. Save changes, yes. Now I now have to carry this my CD-ROM and insert it into my drive so that it can boot from there. So the first thing that you need to do is to restart the computer, then go to your setup. Now this is my own setup. My boot device can be accessed from system configuration. Where I'm going to is where I have boot options. So I'm going to just use my arrow key and move down to boot options. Can you see USB device boot? That has been enabled. You always have to make sure that USB device boot is enabled on your computer. So now I now need to set up and make my USB device the first device, bootable device. Okay, can you see I've already configured that on my computer, so you just have to find a way to make your own to your USB device to be your first boot device, so that when you're restarting the computer, you will not have to boot first into the hard drive. What we need to achieve now is to make sure that the boot process is first of all to the USB CD-ROM. My own configuration, if I click on this arrow key, it will move my hard drive to the first. If I click on this arrow key, it will just select move it to the first or move it down. But your own, especially if you're using a desktop, you have to press F5, F6 for the changes to be effected. So Now it's done. So I now need to go back and save what I have done. So I click on yes, so that I can be able to step out of here. Seeing escape key now, so they can give me options, boot options. Okay, can you see that? Now I'm now ready to select the options that are available for booting in my computer. So I press F9, you can see, and select my boot options. Can you see USB CD-ROM among one of the items that I can boot through? Alright, so I just click on USB CD-ROM and I click on OK. It's now going to start booting into the CD-ROM. Okay, can you see now? Once you began to boot into your CD-ROM, that's how the screen is going to look like. You just have to sit back and watch it and enjoy what is going to happen next. If you look at it right now, it's loading my partitions. You know, it is loading my partitions. It's still blinking, so you just sit back and wait for it to continue what it's doing. Okay, so it's asking me to make to restart again, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll just proceed, and of course press yes. You wish to force it? I said yes. Now, okay, just sit back and watch this. Now here we go. Now it says edit user data and password, list groups, registry editor. You now with full right support, quit. He said those are the 4 things that you can do here. Actually, what it says, if you put in 1, it will edit user data and passwords. If you put in 2, it will list groups. And if you put in 3, it's going to go to your registry editor with full write support. If you look at this very well, it has listed all the accounts on my computer: administrator, children, the Cox, EWYC, guest, home group user, media consult. Then if you move to the right hand side, it says it lists the account that are admin and the account that are just home users. Now the ones that have passwords configured for them are the ones you see this lock. The ones that say blank have no passwords on them, so you can afford to, there's nothing to remove there again because the password has been removed already. So now I want to remove the password for EWYC. And it says please enter user number, RID or 0 to exit. So the RID number I'm selecting is going to be 03F3. That's EWS. I want to remove the password on that account. I have forgotten, I'm assuming that I have forgotten that password, and I am unable to gain access into the system again. I'm unable to gain access to the system. So what I need to do is to remove the password on it, so that I can be able to gain access to my account, and I don't have to reformat the computer, because if you don't recover the password somehow, there is no other way that you can gain access to your Windows operating system than for you to reformat the computer. So let's enter the RID number. So you just 03F3, and then we hit enter. Okay, now it tells you details about this account. Now the options you need to take note of is: number 1, it says clear user password. That's the first option. The next one says unlock and enable user account. Then the next one, it says promote user, to become an administrator. Then it says add user to a group. The next one, it says remove user from a group. The last one, it says quit editing user, get back to user select. So what we need to do now is we need to select the first option. Don't forget, we have just forgotten the password for our user account, and we can't afford to format this computer because of the magnitude of data we have inside the computer. We can't afford to format the computer. We will lose too much. So we now have to find a way to recover the password. So we just put in 1 and click on enter. So what does it say? Password cleared. Can you see it? Password cleared. So that account's password has been cleared. There's no password there again. So for us to verify that, we are going to go in and we are going to check that out and see how it's going to be, if it's still there or not. Okay, it says press Ctrl Alt and Delete to reboot now. Alright, the computer is booting again and we are moving into Windows right now. Okay, the computer has finished booting. So can you see my EWLC account? This is Decox. Now I'm going to click on EWLC. Can you see no password? It's not asking me for any password again for that account. It logs in. All passwords are cleared. So it's coming up and okay, it's up. Okay, so that's where we are going to end. If you need help with getting it done, you can contact me by phone number or through our Facebook and Twitter. I'll let you know how to do it. You have to give me proof that the laptop belongs to you. We have come to the end of this program today. As a word of caution, I want to say that if a thief applies this same principle on a laptop, it will still work. If a thief carries a laptop and gets this tool, he can still be able to navigate your username and your password and access your computer. So please keep your laptop with caution, because I cannot regulate the people that watch the program. Good people can watch it, bad people can watch it. So I don't assume that there's any bad person that is watching this program, but I want to believe that it is only good people that are watching the program. But please keep your laptop with caution, because the same thing that you know, the bad guys are also knowing it. So always keep your laptop with care, protect it, safeguard it, and because if anybody carries your laptop and has watched this particular edition of the program, the person can break into your computer, because I am showing it to you so that in case you forget your password, you can still be able to access your computer without reformatting it. But other people that are watching it may take it up and use it in the wrong way. Thank you for being with me on the program every day with your computer. You can log on to our website, you can enter our Facebook or our Twitter account, access all the things I've been talking to you on the program about. You can pick up the book every day with your computer at What Works. Majority of the things we do on this program is from that book, so you can look at it and get to know more and get to be able to make your computer to become a part of you, and you can also make the most of it. We'll see you again by next week, same time, same station. So thank you for being around and have a blessed weekend.